In the previous lesson, I introduced Scratch to you, explaining what it is and what you can do with it. I also showed some examples of class material you can create using Scratch. In this lesson, we will learn how to make one of the games I've shown you. Let's dive right in. Go to the Scratch website and click Create, or open your desktop program you installed in the previous lesson. You'll see the block palette on the left, coding area on the middle, and stage area on the right. First, let's get rid of the default cat sprite and bring in a new one. In the stage area, find Sprite 1. Click the trash can icon to delete it. Click the icon with cat face and plus icon to choose a new sprite. Scroll down to find Jordan. Now you will see Jordan on the stage area. While we are at it, let's change the backdrop too. Click the Choose a Backdrop icon. As Jordan is a soccer player, a soccer field seems apt. I'll choose the Soccer 2 backdrop. When you open a project, the first blocks you see are motion blocks. Let's make the sprite move using the motion block. Drag the block, move 10 steps into the coding area. Click the block to see its effect. So when I click this block, you can see Jordan moving. Let's change the number to 20. When I click it, you will see Jordan moving twice as much more. What if you want the girl to move backward? Yes, you can type in minus to make her move backward. Now let's make Jordan look like she's walking. It would look more realistic if she swung back and forth as she moves to the right. So let's add turn clockwise 15 degrees block. You need to snap it underneath move 10 steps block. To do that, drag the block to the coding area and hover under the move 10 steps block. When you see a gray shadow where you want the block to go, release your mouse to snap it into place. Again, let's add turn counterclockwise 15 degrees block. Drag it here and release your mouse only when you see the shadow. Now let's click the combine blocks to play it. What happened? Why does the sprite just move forward instead of rotating back and forth? What happened is turning back and forth happened so fast, it seems like Jordan didn't turn at all. So we need to add a delay to it. Go to the control category and grab wait 1 second block. Where do we need to snap this? Yes, between the two turn blocks. So drag it in like this. And when you see the gray shadow where you want it to go, release your mouse. Now let's see how that works. Excellent, but it takes too long. What can we do? Yes, change the number to maybe 0.1 second. Let's see how that works. And let's say you want Jordan to do this 10 times. Instead of adding the same blocks again and again 10 times, from the control category, you can use repeat 10 block. For the blocks shaped like a C, it is very important how you place them. Make it encompass the whole thing for Jordan to repeat all of these. Let's see if that worked out. Great! Now, let's check out other categories of blocks. Go to the looks category. Grab the Switch Costume to block. We will snap it under the Repeat 10 block. To check out what costumes are, let's go to the Costumes tab. Basically, costumes are different looks to a same character. Jordan has 4 different costumes. Let's make Jordan look like she's kicking a ball. That's Jordan B. First, go back to the Code tab. On the Switch Costume to block, from the drop-down menu, choose Jordan B. As Jordan is kicking a ball, we need a ball too. Let's add a ball sprite to this project. Click the Choose a Sprite icon. Scroll down to find a soccer ball. We want this ball to go flying when Jordan kicks it. To make 2 sprites interact with each other, we need the broadcast blocks. Let's go to the Events category. Find the broadcast block. We want Jordan to broadcast and the ball to receive the message, so we need to add the block to Jordan, not the ball. Click Jordan to open Jordan's coding area. Drag the broadcast block to Jordan's coding area. And after that, click the drop-down menu and choose New Message. We want the ball to go flying into the net when we enter a correct answer. So let's say correct. Now we need the ball to receive the message. Click the ball, drag the block when I receive correct into the coding area. To make the ball fly, which category do we need to go to? Yes, let's go to Motion. Drag glide 1 second to X and Y block and snap it under here. But which number should we put into X and Y exactly? Check the X and Y position of the ball from the stage area. To find out, grab the ball and drag it to where you want ball to go. The X position is 244 and Y position is minus 59. So copy that into the block. Now, let's see how that works. We will click Jordan to let it start. Things are getting more exciting, don't you think? Now, we need a way to put everything back to the way it was when we restart the game. Because when I click these blocks again, it's not quite right. So let's go to Events category and drag in when green flag clicked block. What do we need to change back? The position and costume of Jordan and the position of the ball. For Jordan's position, first click Jordan and go to Motion category to grab set X2 and set Y2 blocks. Now the costume. Which category the costume belong to? Yes, it's looks. Snap switch costume 2 block and change it to Jordan A. Now let's set the position of the ball. Don't forget to click the ball first to go to the coding area of the ball. And let's do the same thing you did for Jordan. Events. When green flag clicked, motion, set X2 and set Y2. Move the ball to the starting point you want and copy the coordinates. So if you want the ball to start from here, the coordinates are 2 for X and minus 77 for Y. Do the same thing for Jordan. Click Jordan, move Jordan where you want. Look at the coordinates. The X is minus 162 and Y is minus 33. So let's see how that works. I will click this combination of blocks to make Jordan kick the ball. And to set it back to start, I will click this green flag. It works great. Now to the most important part. We need to ask questions and check the answers. To do that, we need the new category of blocks, sensing. Grab Ask What's Your Name and snap it under Switch Costume block. We want to quiz students, so let's change the question to a math equation. Let's say 4 times 7 equals. Now that we asked the question, the next step is checking the answer. To do that, let's head to Control and grab If-Then block to add it underneath. The empty space in the If-Then block is hexagon-shaped. We can find the hexagon-shaped blocks in the operators category. Grab the equal operator and hover it over the if-then block until you see the highlight in the block's empty space, and release. For the left-hand side of the equation, let's go back to the Sensing tab to grab the answer block. Wait until you see the space highlighted and release. Change the right-hand side of the equation to the correct answer, which is 28. We're almost done. We just need to grab the combination of blocks that makes Jordan go running and kick the ball and drag it into the if-then block. Make sure you see the gray shadow and release. Last but not least, let's add scores. Go to the Variables category. Right-click on my variable block and rename it to Score. And then check the checkbox to display it. We need the score to reset to 0 when we start, so I'll grab Set the Score to 0 block to right underneath the starting block. To make the score go up when I get the answer right, I'll drag the Change Score by 1 block under the Broadcast block. Now let's check out if everything runs smoothly. Click the green flag to start. Jordan asks what 4 times 7 is, and I'll type in 28. I got the correct answer, so I win a score. Now let me try putting in a wrong answer. I click the green flag to restart, and I'll say 1. And when I enter the wrong answer, nothing happens. To add more questions to this game, instead of putting the blocks together all from the start again, you can just right-click the combination of blocks and choose Duplicate. To make the game more interesting, you could add more features. For example, you could make the game ask the same question again when a student gets the answer wrong. To learn how to do that, you could study the workings of my sample project I've shown you in the last lesson by clicking the See Inside button. I'll link sample project to the Google Classroom. That's it for Scratch. Scratch offers in-depth tutorials, and the user community is very helpful in answering your questions. So I encourage you to keep exploring. You can look inside the workings of any public Scratch project, so learn from others. There is literally no limit at what you can do with Scratch. This is the end of my part in the Solar School training program. For the next lesson, another very skilled teacher will join you to talk about GeoGebra, an educational tool for teaching mathematics. Now it's time for the assignment for the entire unit. In this unit, we learned about Google Classroom, MS PowerPoint, and Scratch. Using either PowerPoint or Scratch, create a simple classroom game. If you want to use PowerPoint but can't get access to the program, you could use LibreOffice or Google Slides too. Upload the presentation file or link the project to your classroom you created in Unit 1, Lesson 1. With the game, specify the lesson objective. If you get stuck while working on your game, ask for my help and I'll try my best to help you. That's really it. It was a great honor to work with teachers from around the world. Although my lesson videos are done, I'll be there with you in the Google Classroom to answer your questions and help you with anything you might need. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Bye.